Now, if you were to ask me several years ago, is it possible for a company which is selling a food product to get involved into a political controversy? I would have said no. Like, how? No, that's ridiculous. Unless they're making like some bad food and it's getting people sick, but that's not political, right? But now, not only does it happen, but it has become the norm. You will have companies that hire someone incredibly controversial, usually someone that outrages the majority. And I'm not specifically talking like about a trans person, because there are many trans people that companies could hire and they wouldn't be that controversial. But in this particular case, this individual has negative things to say about capitalism, has negative things to say about the family unit, has negative things to say about religion. Like, the chances are, statistically speaking, you are more likely to find people outraged by this decision rather than not. Like, if you were to play the lottery, it would be more difficult to find someone that's not outraged by this rather than that it is, right? Again, it's not due to the fact that the individual is transgender, but it's the stuff that they are saying. And the question is, like, why do they do this, right? Like, why is it that time and time again, they hire individuals that are controversial? And the answer is that it's a marketing campaign. Like, all of this is planned. You gotta understand, they don't just wake up one day. Like, companies don't just wake up one day and they're like, okay, well, we're going to pick this person, and tomorrow they're going to come into the studio and they're going to promote our stuff. No, like, there is a team of people. They deliberate. Usually these takes months, and they talk with individuals and they have a back and forth. So this is incredibly premeditated. They are aware of whom the individual is. They know everything that person has posted on social media because they have an entire marketing team that is their job to do this 8 hours a day. They're going to look into the person. They're going to see their social media posts. They're going to see what they stand for. So every decision that they do is calculated, done by a team of experts, right? So why is it that they always choose controversial individuals? And why is it that they never choose someone that's a populist? Whether it is on the right or the left. Did you notice that? They don't choose populism at all. It's always like people that are 100% with the establishment, right? Like, they will never choose someone that's a rebel or, right? So why do they do this? Well, think about it. Who doesn't know what Doritos are nowadays? Like, everyone knows Doritos, right? Like, everyone knows the taste. By now, everyone made up their mind whether you like Doritos or not. So what is the purpose of an advertisement? Why do they advertise if everyone knows the brand? And the answer is that when you see a food product, like, for example, a McDonald's burger or a Doritos or a Pepsi or whatever, the taste comes into your mouth. Like, you're looking at the food, right? You're seeing the McDonald's burger and you're tasting it in your mouth. And that makes you more likely to go out and buy the product. So for food stuff, unlike the entertainment industry, where it's like you see a trailer and then you're like made aware that the movie exists and the trailer tells you whether or not you're interested. Unlike that, when you're seeing food, just the image of the food or the name of the food is enough to trigger the reaction into the mind of the person. Hey, I really like this. Maybe I should go buy some, right? So, like, for instance, for me, I'm addicted to Pepsi, and when I see Pepsi in a commercial, I'm like, damn, I really wish I would have a bottle to drink from right now. Kind of the same with cigarettes, right? Like, if you're a smoker, and you see the commercial for the cigarette, you're like, oh, maybe I should get a smoke, right? That used to be a thing. Now cigarette commercials are banned everywhere. But, like, the principle is like that. You get to see the product, you see the name, and then you want to purchase the product. What happens when you put a very controversial individual as the head of the company? Well, as the face of the company. Well, what happens is, because the majority is outraged, they're going to go on Twitter and they're going to talk about it. And they're going to say, oh, this is unacceptable. Like, why would they put someone that disagrees with capitalism? I love capitalism, right? This is a company. I mean, well, it's a company in a capitalist system. Why do they hate capitalism? Why is their face someone that dislikes capitalism? What do they have against the family unit? All this does is it creates controversy, right? It generates buzz on social media. People start talking about it. And then you have, like, the disingenuous twats, and they're like, oh no, like, you just don't like this person because they're trans and blah, blah, blah. And this causes more back and forth, right? Like everyone is now talking about Doritos. Doritos this, Doritos that. Doritos starts trending, right? And that is the advertisement. Because when you go and you read it in the papers and you see Doritos in the papers, that is free advertisement, right? Because now the press is reporting, hey, they hired this person, Doritos, right? And in your mind, you're already now thinking about the product. You're thinking about Doritos. So if you happen to like it, if this is the type of food that you're usually purchasing, you're going to be like, whoa, maybe should I go buy a pack? That is what they are doing. They're basically getting free advertisement by getting people to talk. So they're getting advertisement on social media because they're trending. They're getting advertisement in the newspaper because now everyone is talking about this influencer. Whether it's going to be like conversations, Doritos, look what they did, stunning and brave, or, oh my God, this person is now getting harassment online. Whatever happens, you get the brand, you get the Doritos name there, right? That is the advertisement, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper than like buying ads in all these newspapers. The problem is that it's toxic. It's a very divisive way of doing advertisement. It's not like, hey, our product is good. We added a new flavor. We cheapened the cost. We added more Doritos in the bag. They don't do that. Instead, they use toxicity and the vitriol of the internet in order to promote the product. And many people are catching on to this. Many people do not fall for this. And as we saw with Bud Light, people are saying, you know what? Enough. We're just going to stop playing this game because it's ridiculous. I mean, you as a beer company shouldn't be this political. The thing with Dylan Mulvaney wasn't, again, like it wasn't that they were trans, because like there's other trans people that promote other products and no one cares. The problem was that they mocked football, right? They mocked sports. Like you have this person in a bathtub and they're going, yeah, go team, whatever. In other words, showing that they don't have any passion for sports. And you have like the vice president of the company going like, oh, these people are fratty, out of touch, so insulting the customer, right? Now, in the case with this person, well, what seemed to have drawn the line is that, well, they did talk about doing nasty things to a minor. And whether the company didn't know that, which I kind of doubt. Again, they have a team of people, not just one person, but a team of marketing people that have 8 hours a day dedicated into looking and digging into who this person is. Or they didn't expect this level of backlash. They thought that maybe people won't find out, or they thought that, okay, if they do find out, the backlash won't be that great. But they did find out, and the backlash was great. So now they're saying that they're dropping this person. It's still a win for them, right? Because you get the newspaper articles, Doritos have this person as their face. Now you get again in the newspaper, Doritos drops this person. Every single time the name Doritos is mentioned, that's their advertisement. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.